All right. Today we'll be teaching you fourth graders about multiplication and division by using the generative drawing problem, and we'll show you a Google Slides, and then we'll use ClassFlow so you can draw out how you're dividing numbers and multiplying numbers.
Yeah, so this is just our lesson plan that we filled out. So then I'll just do the PowerPoint. That's what I'm supposed to do. Right? Okay. Am I doing this part?
Yeah, just click next.
Oh, I can't.
Alright, so kind of get everybody's brains working. If you know the answer to this, raise your hand. Oh, wow. Anybody else? Anybody not know what it is?
It's okay. I didn't know what it was to begin with. I had to see the answer to figure it out.
I don't.
Still
No.
Somebody want to raise their hand and say what the answer is? You said to it. To thus, yeah. Alright, that was just kind of get your brains working.
Alright, so pretty much multiplication is just simplified addition. So we got, for the first problem, we're going to go to 10. You got 5 2's, which obviously equals 10, because we've all taken math before. And then it's the same thing, it's going to be the same thing as 2 times 5 equals 10. So pretty much anything you do with multiplication, you can change it to addition. So if you got 6 2's, you just write 2 plus 2 6 times. And then you can add them up. It'll be, for some people it's easier to add them up. For some people it's easier to remember the multiplication. Same for this one. You know, you got 4 5's, which equals 20. But instead you can have 4 times 5 or 5 times 4. They're the same thing. Another car until we get to 4. That'd be 2 cars. 3 cars. 4 cars. Okay?
Yeah, it's so good.
And this is where the adding everything up together comes into play. Whereas so you start with 1, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So there'd be 16 together. It's the same thing as saying that each car has 4, and you know there's 4 cars, so it'd be 4 times 4. So it's one of those things we would teach them how to like draw the picture, because for me and for I think a lot of students it'd be easier to count the wheels instead of adding 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. And then next one is division. This is where it gets a little bit more complex. We have the problem 5 plus 5 equals 10. Since there's 2 5's, we would take 10 divided by 5, which we know there's 2 5's right here, to get 2. Or we can do 10 divided by 2 is 5. So what we have here, so there's 5 2's. It's just, it's pretty much working backwards from multiplication. It gets a little bit more tricky when it comes down to division. It seems like division's more of like a memorization type thing. But then we can see that you start with the biggest number, which is the 10, and then you divide it by a smaller number to get a smaller number. So it's just simplifying the problem.
So I have 4 people in my family. I come home from the grocery store with 16 apples. How many apples does each person have? Each person gets the same amount of apples. So like the way it can be taught is, again, by drawing a picture. So we say we got 4 people in a family. So we draw 4 squares this time. And you can rephrase it to say you have 4 people, or you have 4 friends, or there's 4 friends in a group, and if they want, they can pick names for each of the groups, so they know who, like, you can say, oh, well, he's my best friend, so he's got to be on there, and stuff like that. And then we start with the 4 groups. Then with the 16 apples, we would tell them to draw an apple stem. And we would start with 1 in each group, and then we would work our way to the next group. And then again. And then again. And then we'd ask them to count, and they'd say there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means obviously we have 12 left. Then you would tell them, all right, well that's, we have 16 apples, so where's the other apples going? So we just keep telling them to draw more. 8 instead of 16, so we draw another one. And then that's 12, so we'd add 1 more. And then from there we would ask, because the problem asks how many does each person have. So if they have like the names, they'd say, well, Sean would have 4 apples, and Caleb would have 4, and if there are, then like you can also like tie it back into the problem where if this one has like 6 apples, for instance, you can say, well, that can't work because each person has the same amount of apples. So it's a better way to learn division instead of like memorization and stuff like that. It's time consuming, but it can get the job done. Then we bring it to the class flow.
Okay, so phone or tablet works best for these. I advise you not to use your computer because it won't let you draw. So if you can use your phones for the class flow, that would be the best option.
And so for like the class, we would bring in tablets if like they're younger, like 4th grade. So everyone would have a device to draw on.
Unless they like already have them provided by the school, which is nice too. Okay, so the code is QPRFT. You guys can sign into that, please. Is this working? Different students' answers for the questions, since I can't see all of them at the same time. So like for the first question it says, Alex has 4 $10 bills, how much money does he have? So you, like the student would draw out the different $10 bills and then you would know, okay, there's 4 of them, so there's $40.
And then since there are 4 tables in the room and each table has 4 legs, how many legs are there altogether? Just like we did with the cars and the wheels, you would do pretty much the same thing. Draw the tables and then add all the legs and then count them all at the end. So you would end up with 16 legs, which would be 4 times 4. Alright, and then for the third question it says to draw 8 pieces of candy. So for 4 friends, there would be 2